Okay.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Scarlet and Blue Show. This is episode 90. Can't believe we're almost to
Yeah,
100.
almost there.
Almost to 100 episodes. We're over 400 subscribers. Watch out, world. It's taking
Here we
off.
come.
Here
Three
we
look out
come.
now. The sideline. Forget about it. This baby's over.
Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Another block. One more. He's gone. Touchdown. No flag.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa. Can they catch him? No. Donovan Edwards again. The down.
Boom. All right. Episode 90 brought to you largely by Stock to Bar. So as we're getting ready for week 7, the massive matchup, it's got to be the game of the year. If it wasn't Bama, Georgia, it's got to be up there.
Well, when Bama Georgia played, it wasn't as a highly of a ranked matchup as it was this game. So, yeah,
I thought it was 2-3. No, it was 2. It was 2-4. I think 2-4.
Yeah,
Georgia was number 2 and like 2.5 point favorites. So before we talk about that, though, Stock to Bar, smooth taste with a purpose. They donate a portion of every bottle sold to the Boys and Girls Club. So go get yours today. Find it at stocktobar.com. STOCKDABAR.com. All right, man. So Michigan's got a bye this week, and we can talk about that. But honestly, I'm excited to talk about the game Saturday, 7:30 Eastern on NBC at Autzen Stadium. Buckeyes travel across country to face the overrated
What?
Oregon Ducks.
You said overrated?
We'll talk about it. Yeah, I've seen you go back
Bryce,
and forth.
Bryce, your team is the definition of overrated this year.
We're not talking about my team. Hey, keep my team out of your mouth.
I'm just
Let's
saying
talk about what's at
You
hand.
can't call them overrated when your own team is overrated. Like it's.
Yes,
all right.
I can. We can objectively talk about other teams. Can we not objectively talk about
how
other
many
teams
losses
here?
does Oregon have?
I'm not okay. You're taking this a whole different direction. I'm trying to compliment you guys. I think you guys are gonna. You ruined the whole episode. Might as well just cut it off here. I think you guys are gonna blow them out.
I didn't ruin anything. Go ahead, finish.
Whatever. Bucks Ducks.
I want to hear what you have to say.
That's all I have to say. Go ahead. You ruined it. You ruined it for
you
everybody.
just
You
go,
ruined
oh
it
my
for
God.
the fans. You ruined my whole exciting segue into what you want to talk about in this matchup.
I want you to go ahead. I didn't ruin anything. You could have continued. We're wasting time. I don't know what I'm asking you what you said.
Now I want to hear what you say because I've seen a lot of Buckeyes and Ducks go at it this week already. It's only Wednesday. How are we feeling?
I think they're a little bit more hostile than we are, to be honest. And I interact with a lot of Oregon fans, and I think they're a great fan base.
They're talking a lot,
dude. Before the year started, they were saying Evan Stewart and Tez Johnson was better than Emeka Egbuka. That he was like that Tez Johnson would be the number 1 wide receiver on Ohio State's roster. Bryce, by the way, we can get into it about the ins and outs of the game, the X's and O's, but Tez Johnson has 20 more catches than Jeremiah Smith and has 58 less yards and less touchdowns. 20 more catches.
Well, they don't really throw it deep though, right?
No, they don't. And you want to get into the game?
Let's get in the game.
Okay, so I pulled this chart earlier from PFF, and it shows where quarterbacks throw the ball. And dude, look, Dillon Gabriel is a very accurate quarterback. He knows where he's going with the ball. He knows how to get the ball to where it needs to go. He processes defenses and plays it very well and very quickly. That being said, he doesn't have a great arm talent. If he did, he would be in the NFL by now. And I think that's just, I would say the same about Will. He's not a great arm talent. He's still in college. He's small for my liking. I think a lot of that quick pass offense also has to do with his height.
Here's the chart.
And the fact that their offensive, thank you, there's the chart right there. And the fact that his offensive line is not as good as I think we all thought it could have been, including myself. But all of his passes, you see that, Bryce, right in the middle. And then right in behind the line of scrimmage, usually. Mind you, I think Tez Johnson has about 150 of those 491 yards and two or three of those touchdowns. You clearly see where the ball is going. And my impact play for the Ohio State Buckeyes this week is Caleb Downs. I think this is right in his wheelhouse. I think he plays to the outside he plays to the outside when he comes down a lot. But he ventures inside also too. I think that especially since Tez Johnson is an inside receiver, it's very important that Caleb Downs, including Lathan Ransom and guys like Sonny Styles, keep their assignment. Play deceptive, make him look open because you clearly know he wants to get the ball there. But at the same time, I mean, I wrote up a few things down about the game, Bryce.
Hit me.
So their running backs, Jordan James averages 6.3 a carry, and then Whittington averages 3.9. Ohio State gives up 1.8 this year. I'm not really worried about their run game. It's been effective, but it hasn't been something you should fear. On the defensive side, Birch has 5 sacks on the year. Mateo Uiagalelei has 3.5. Those two have upped their game over the last 2 or 3 weeks, playing very well. Mateo's a man child. He's very good. Wish he was a Buckeye. I almost had him too, but I think that's going to be a challenge, especially for Fryer, our right tackle. The left side of our offensive line has played lights out this season. And even though Tegra and Fryer haven't played bad, I wouldn't say specifically Fryer, I wouldn't say he's been that good either. He's been somewhat average. But at the same time, he hasn't really given up sacks, and he's not giving up a lot of pressure, so he's not playing that bad at all. I'm sorry, bad also. Now, this right here was very interesting to me. And before I go out and read this to you, because this is going to be a little bit much. Is there anything you have to say?
That's good.
I just said? All right. So, Oregon secondary. Now, I think there's been a lot of talk from the Oregon fans about Jabbar Muhammad locking Jeremiah Smith up, saying put Jabbar Muhammad on Jeremiah Smith. So I took the liberty of doing some deep diving into their secondary, Bryce. Now, when I looked this up, I have it here somewhere. They give up 50. They're 23rd in the nation, Bryce, in opponent pass completion. Okay, they give up 56.2%. That's very good. That's really good. Okay. Now, that makes me beg the question, well, what quarterbacks were they playing? Wagner from Idaho on the season averages 50%. Madsen from Boise State, 63. McCoy from Oklahoma State, 62.9. Gerber from UCLA, 57%. He actually passed for 60 against Oregon. And then Aiden Childs at 56%. A lot of that have to do with Oregon and Ohio State. And so, but something. So to me, is it that their secondary is actually that good, or is it the quarterbacks you were playing? I mean, clearly for Idaho, Wagner is just a bad quarterback, and for the whole season, he's at 50%. And then I did some more deep diving, Bryce. So there are 3 top corners and there are 2 safeties. How many of them do you think are over 6 foot?
1. That's 0.
The top 3 corners and there are 2 starting safeties are not over that. How many do you think are 5'11" and up, or just 5'11" of the 5?
0. 1.
1. The rest are 5'10".
Garrison brings the numbers here, folks.
And so I'm thinking to myself, man, you're telling me 5'10", 180 pounds, Jabbar Muhammad is gonna lock down 6'4", 215-pound, running like the wind Jeremiah Smith, and that's not to mention. I'll ask you. You're the Michigan fan on the show. Is Emeka Egbuka a small wide receiver, Bryce?
I wouldn't say he's small. I don't know his height, but I wouldn't label him as small. No.
When you look at him on the TV, and by the way, he's 6'2", 205.
Is he really 6'2", 205?
Yes.
Oh, your audio cut out.
You hear me now?
That's very choppy.
Well, that's where's that full connection here.
No, it's like your audio. Something's up with your mic. Plug it in. Push it in harder. Pause. Just for you. Oh no, he's on a roll and his mic cuts out. Is the new mic coming soon?
Yeah. Wait, are we here? Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like you're underwater.
Okay, where did I stop? What the last thing you heard me say?
6'2", 205.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Emeka is 6'2", 205. So we're talking he's at least 3 inches taller than all their DBs and 4 inches taller than all their corners?
The best tweet I saw was they said, "Oh yeah, we're going to put our hands on Jeremiah Smith."
That's
the corners
crazy.
put our hands on him. That's
those Oompa Loompas. Are you kidding? Listen, man. And just some last things for you.
Please.
Ohio State is first in sack percentage. Check this out, Bryce. 25% on quarterback dropbacks going into Ohio State. On 25% of them, the quarterback is either sacked or hit.
That's a really good number. Yeah. That's a good number.
And 13% of that are sacks.
Yeah.
That's just that's crazy. Now Dillon Gabriel gets the ball out quick, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Ohio State plays that.
I was gonna say he does get it out quick.
Yeah, and so I think for them to win this game, they have to do that. They have to. I'm talking about Oregon. They have to keep Ohio State off of them. But in conclusion, I think we win this. I don't think we destroy them, but I think we control this game. I think we control it. Their rush defense is not that good. If you don't, actually, I'm going to share something with you. All right. Well, actually, I can't share because I have it on my other browser, but I'm going to read this to you. Okay.
Okay.
So on PFF, on the rush defense, okay, the grades. Here are the highest grades right now, okay, for them. 78.4, 76, 74, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70. Okay? How many of those guys do you think are in the front 7? That's 7 guys. No, 8. Of those 8 guys, how many think are in the front 7?
How many?
Just 3.
3.
Just 3.
Okay.
I think we're going to be able to run the ball on them. And I think when we take, you want to see Will Howard go over the top more, Bryce? I think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see a pretty good, a healthy dose of Will Howard this week. Now, of course, the quarterback touches the ball every game. But last week, he ran the ball out, okay? And me and you talked about that last episode on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He ran the ball more against Iowa. I think that was to get him ready for this week. I think Will Howard has about 30 to 40 rush yards.
Yeah.
And I think we go over 200 total rushing yards on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so too.
I was long-winded, but
no, it was a good breakdown. Garrison Guy always brings the numbers and the stats. I think those are all important. I think those numbers are important, especially because we're halfway through the season now. Nearly everyone's played about half their games, and so you still don't know who's good. You still don't know who's really good, who's next levels, but it kind of gives you an idea of what you see. So I still think though the eye test is something that's important, and I think you guys are the top team in the country, and Texas is right there. So I don't love what I've seen out of Oregon to the point where I'm like, all right, they can compete. So I think you guys are more complete team. I don't think it's a blowout, like 3 scores, but it'll be at least 10 points.
so kind of like what I said, like they'll control it.
Yeah, they'll control the game. I think you'll see a lot of yards from Gabriel. I think he'll get the ball out quick, but I think it's one thing to move the ball down the field. It's another thing to get in the end zone. And I don't think they're big enough up front. I think you guys have too much experience up front. And yeah, I agree. I think Caleb Downs is going to have a night. And I'm excited to see your linebackers play. I think they'll be really tested too. I think he has good backers, obviously. So it'll be fun to watch that matchup.
Something else to look at. Both Will Howard and Dillon Gabriel have thrown some questionable footballs this year. Okay, they both of them could easily have more interceptions than they have currently. Right?
I don't know what that's like, but yeah, go ahead.
Over the last 3 games, Dillon Gabriel has 3 interceptions in there. What?
I'm saying we can joke, people. We can have fun on here.
Oh,
are you delayed?
All right, but over the last, I don't know what's going on.
It's very delayed. All right, continue. Sorry, I won't cut you off.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, wow, that's weird. But over the last 2 games, Dillon Gabriel has 3 turnovers in the red zone. Will Howard, to the contrary, his offense is 21 for 21, first in the nation, all touchdowns, as I said last episode. I think if someone were to have the worst game, I think it'd be Dillon Gabriel.
Okay. I guess I don't disagree with that.
All right, now go to the next subject while I go ahead and fix whatever's going on right here.
Are we done? What's your score prediction? Just moving on?
Oh, my score prediction? I have Ohio State. I think, what did I say on Monday's show with Cliff and Mac? Give me 33-20.
I like that. You think they put up 20 on you? Yeah, they probably get maybe a big. Yeah. All right. Well, very good. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. We have what? Penn State, USC Saturday as well, and I guess Garrison's done on the show. Oh, there he is. He's back. Don't worry, folks. I lost you there.
No, I was trying to test something out.
So I was saying we have USC, Penn State, Washington, Iowa, Minnesota, UCLA. Okay, some decent games, but
should be fun Saturday. Penn State, USC.
I got Penn State. I do. I have Penn State this year, and I think if they go into Southern California and they go into LA and they lose, there's not a ton of damage done, especially if they look okay. But I love that offensive coordinator. I love what he's calling up, what he's drawing up. He's opening up some deep shots. I'm contrary to last year. I'm pretty excited about Penn State.
Okay, nice.
You?
Some fun. Oh, I have Penn State. I think their defense travels. I think they win the game. Not an easy one, but I think they win. By the way, I think Big Ten schools Big Ten or old Pac-12 schools that have to go to each coast, the record's 1-8 right now.
The one win being
Indiana.
well, you mean traveling back?
So when teams from, let's say, the Big Ten area go to the Pac-12 area and vice versa, the away team is 1-8.
Yes. Oh, you're saying when they go both ways. Got it. Yeah, because Indiana beat UCLA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Indiana, I have a question for you. I'm not sure if you saw my poll or my question on X, but I asked this.
I'm not going to answer this. It's too early to judge. I'm not gonna dignify this question with.
If Kurt, you did see it.
Yeah, I did see it.
Wait, no. I'm just, come on. Based off what you know right now.
No.
Based off what you know.
No. This guy is. I'll be honest. I don't know much about him. JMU, right? Before this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's had success everywhere he goes. Signetti has had success everywhere he goes. And we think about that offense at Michigan. I just want you to picture it.
Well, he probably would have brought that quarterback, and that would have been nice. Nope. Jack Tull's the guy. We'll be all right. Stick to the script, Bryce. Stick to the script. Yeah, no.
That is Don Thomas.
Yeah. Did you like that?
That was horrible.
Get you going with that one.
Have some self-respect.
No, the great Connor Stallion said that he thinks Sharon Moore's the guy, so we gotta stick with him.
If you want to take your okay.
No, I'm just triggering all the Buckeye.
I'm just saying, if Kursig, and right now, by the way, it's Signetti on the poll.
And I saw that. I voted for Moore.
Too.
Gotta stick with our guys.
If the roles were reversed, if Sharon Moore was at Indiana and Signetti was at Michigan, who do you think would be having more success? Or do you think things would stay the same? You think Sharon Moore could have Indiana at 6-0 right now? Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about their schedule. Who's their toughest opponent? They went to Maryland.
Yeah, to Maryland. If they went to Maryland with that offense that Sharon Moore plays or runs, they wouldn't win that.
They got a bye this week, and then they got Nebraska next week. Ask me next week. Nebraska comes to town, comes to Bloomington.
And remember, I told you if Indiana wins that game, 10-1's in play.
Yeah, it is
it's
for
in
sure.
Play.
Where is University of Oregon? Its campus.
Eugene.
Not a boy. There we go.
Yeah, well, come on.
All right, Michigan's on a bye week. Get right week. Jack Tuttle's our guy. We're gonna bounce back. I like it. You got a week to prep. You get a week of an off season, and then you get another week to prep before Illinois. Before we go down to Champaign Urbana.
That's gonna be a fun game. I think this gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there a line out on it yet? No, there's not.
You sure there isn't?
Well, there probably is. I just don't see anything on this app, on the Score app.
Yeah.
So, yeah, get right week, get healthy week.
What do you need to see going into next week? What do you want worked on?
It's got to be consistency in the quarterback position, and I want to see people get healthy, and we got to clean up the defensive secondary. It's ridiculous. It's unacceptably bad. The strength may not have been the strength. The defensive line is the strength, but it should have been better than what it is. And so Illinois is going to be an awesome test. And I haven't really watched. I've watched the games. I haven't really looked too closely at them. but I, of course, know their quarterback is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see. Yeah, gotta look at some of that tape. I mean, Brett Bielema's always got that machine going in some way, shape, or form. He always seems to overachieve with the talent he has.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna talk about that yet. Bye week, get healthy, everyone get right. Again, the out list, the list of guys who were out in Seattle last week was so long.
15 people? Yeah.
I don't even
15
know.
players? I think it was 15 players.
It was ridiculous. Yeah. So you got to get Miles Hinton back. You were right. Most important player on that offense.
Yeah.
And got to figure out this pass game. I mean, did you see? You probably don't know if you saw this. Scott Bell tweeted it out.
Let me hear it.
Let me pull it up here. Good tweet from Scott Bell. He's a great Twitter follower if you're a Michigan fan. Garrison, there are
Yes, sir.
5 Big Ten receivers that have more catches than all of the Michigan receivers combined this season. But it gets worse. 15 different Big Ten receivers have more receiving yards than all of Michigan's receiving.
Wait, whoa. Say that one more time. Say it again.
15 different Big Ten receivers have more receiving yards than all of Michigan's wide receivers combined this season. And 14 have more receiving touchdowns.
That's insane. That's insane.
Michigan has the Big Ten's worst pass offense and 129th pass offense in the country. The pass defense is almost as bad, though. 16th out of 18 in the Big Ten and 114th nationally. Texas has a lot to do with that for sure, but there's been enough football in between now where it's like, no, this is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to write that off and be like, oh, Texas, that's unacceptable. So you got to get that right, my friend.
Whew. That's a crazy stat. 14 have more yards?
Yeah.
Than the whole...
Yep. All right, let's move on. I'm done. All right, midseason grades.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
something fun for us.
All right, then. 1 second here. All right, I'm going to share my screen.
There you go.
All right, so can you see it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
right,
look at this.
Sack.
Zoom in. You want to do that?
Wait, there we go.
There you go. Attaboy.
All right, sir. So right here, we're going to grade our teams, starting with the offense. And, you guys won the national championship last year, so we can start with you. So, Mr. Sack, could you please give me the grades for your offense, please?
As I just list off the metrics on.
Yeah, come on.
So this is A, B, C, D, E.
A, B, C, D, and F.
A, B, C, D, and F.
You can just fail. Yes, because I don't think most schools do E. They just fail. Or they do, yeah, so.
Okay. Then quarterback
Mm-hmm.
has to be, I'm going to give it a D. Has to be a D.
Okay.
I mean, it's close to an F. Running back.
We'll get him a bump and grave up from Hope.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Jack Tuttle is the man. Here, let me
25-year-old man in college.
flip this over. Here we go. All right. Running back. Can you do minuses and stuff, or is that
Yes, you can.
Okay.
A minus on your mind?
Oh, okay. A minus. You said it.
Okay.
Wide
I
receiver-
think that's fair.
Wide receiver is just incomplete. Like it's just.
No. They might see. I may see a lot of incompletions, but it's not an incomplete grade.
So they've been. CJ Charleston has been really good in the pass blocking. So is this catching only? All right. C minus. D plus C minus.
Bryce.
Pass blocking's part of the position, man.
If 14 players in the Big Ten have more yards than your court wide receiver room, you have failed.
Yeah. Well, that's
But
part
these
of
are, you know what, these are your grades. These are your grades. So
Give
you
me
said
C minus.
what? A what?
C minus. They have had no one to throw them the ball.
They're gonna cook you in these comments,
I
Bryce.
know.
They're gonna cook you in these comments.
Tight ends. Marlon Klein's been pretty disappointing. Old Colson Love has been awesome given the circumstances. He's been the only light. So
Yeah, he's no Barnhart. Klein being.
Barnhart was a tackle. You
Not
mean
Barnhart. Barner.
AJ Barner. Yeah.
Yeah, he's no Barner.
B plus.
Okay.
Geez, offensive line. Can we do run blocking? No, it's gotta be an average.
No, an average.
So run blocking's been B plus. Pass blocking's been D plus. So where does that put us? C plus?
No, C.
Okay, fine. Yeah, give him a C.
All right.
It's improved the running game,
All right.
but
Well,
pass.
let's see. All right.
Yeah.
So
You can graduate with that. You can graduate with that.
Hey man, C's and D's get degrees, but they don't get you to the playoff.
No, not right now. That's why I hate first half season's a whole nother season.
All right. Now, with that being said, I'll go. Now, quarterback. Right now, I'll give him a B plus. No, A minus. A minus. I think he's done it. I think he's done everything he's supposed to do and more. He's done his job to this point, and he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't been in position to lose us a game, but he hasn't really hurt us. So I'll give him an A minus. Running back, that's an A plus. Oh, whoa. Okay, A plus. We know what they've been. We don't have to stay there. We don't have to talk about that. Wide receiver. That's an A plus for me, Bryce. I mean, the receiving wise, they've been doing their thing. They're very deep. Brandon Ennis has gotten every time he gets on the field, he makes plays. This is probably the best blocking wide receiver unit in the country. So yeah, I'll give him an A plus. Tight end. Now this is where a little truth serum comes in. I'm gonna give them a C. I'm not impressed. I don't even think mediocre is the word for them or average is a word for them. It's not much of a receiving threat. Blocking has been good enough. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's not what I like. I'm sorry, what I want. I mean, on the last few episodes now, I've talked about them countless times and said I want to see more out of them, and countless times I see nothing. So that's that. O-line, we're gonna give them an A.
Okay.
They've been, like I said, they are right now the best offensive line in the Big Ten and one of the best in the country. They have exceeded, I believe, everyone's expectations. So yeah, and the right side of the line is not as bad as we all thought it might be. I was very frightened about that right side of the line during the offseason. Very frightened. Seth McLaughlin. Have you seen any bad snaps out there, Bryce Sack?
No, but I would never say anything bad about a Michigan great like that.
Oh, good grief. All right, man. Well, I think that just averages out to an A minus. Yeah, there we go. Now,
I'd agree with that.
Now let's get the defense. So, what would you give your D line?
D line. I want to just my initial thoughts A minus, but I'm trying to think about games where we've been giving up runs.
And mind you, when I say D line, I'm also putting in the defensive ends.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah, I mean, Josiah Stewart's been insane.
Insane.
TJ guys come along. Derek Moore's been hurt, and then the two guys in the interior have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then throwing Rashawn Benny. So those guys are, but then you get some of the backups that are still learning. Hopefully they continue to develop. So yeah, I'd say A- for the D line. Linebackers been a bit disappointed with. I think Erzhausman's played all right. Barnum's.
I'm lost with him. I don't know what happened.
So give them a and
the depth isn't there. There's no depth at that position right now. And I think they should give Cole Sullivan some run. They really should.
Colson Loveland?
Cole Sullivan.
Oh, Cole Sullivan. Yeah. I was like,
he should get more run out there.
I think he was hurt early on. But no, eventually. And that's gonna be the point. That's gonna be the interesting point here is that if this season continues to go this bad direction, then who sits out, who enters the portal, who and then eventually you're gonna find yourself having the young guys just playing anyway. So I don't know. If he comes in, it's almost like, wait, where are we at? So anyways, linebacker B-.
Okay.
And you're doing safe cornerback. Okay, cornerbacks. Oh, geez. Will's been Will.
No, wait. He don't look like Will from last year. He's not playing bad. Don't get me wrong. He's still playing good, but he doesn't look like it's maybe that's the coach's fault, but
yeah, I mean, two pick sixes. They didn't throw in him against Texas, and he came off an injury. I don't know what his injury was last week, so I don't know if that's totally fair. But yeah, I think he's probably been a B+. But then, like Jair Hill's been.
I'll give him an A-. I'll give him an A-. I don't think it's been. I mean, last year I gave him an A+, so I'll still give him an A. I would give him an A-. But all right, if you say B+ out of him,
So let's go, and then Amir Hall, Jair Hill, Jay McBurl's got hurt.
I forgot about him.
They've been shaky at best. So C+. I'm trying to do averages and math in my head.
I wasn't sure if you saw this stat, but Michigan ranks 133rd in the nation in pass plays of 10 yards given up per game.
Jeez.
That just.
What's SAF?
Safety.
Oh, I've never seen it. It's always S. But all right. So safeties, Makari Page has been disappointing. Quentin Johnson, sometimes it's hard to tell because I haven't heard his name a lot, but does that mean he's doing really well? Does that mean he's missing plays? And then Zeke Berry's come on strong, although he didn't look great last week. I like Brandon Hillman a lot, but he's still young. So if I were to take those scores, a C, a B, a B, a C, C+, B-.
You said B-?
C+, B-, C+. I can't justify giving up as many yards as we did against Washington.
I was gonna say you're gonna grade them higher than your corners. I think your corners
the problem is
better than them.
Well, Will has, but
I think Jair has been better at corner than the rest of them have been at safety.
Okay, that's it. Although you said last week he took.
I say he took 2
steps back.
Yeah, I did. But that's just him. I still think he's barely played better than Makari, Quentin. Oh, yeah. Maybe Zeke has played better than him at safety, better at safety than he has at corner. He's only had really one bad game, I guess.
Yeah.
But okay. But these are your grades. Calculate them. A B-. Okay.
Yeah. It should. That's too high, honestly.
It's that C+ at safety that you gave, bro. That's what it is.
I know. That's a C+ defense, but all right.
And to finish it off, our D-line has been really good this year. I'm very happy with them. Now, have we faced an elite running game this year? No. Elite passing game? No. I have seen us be vulnerable at times in the past. Not necessarily vulnerable. I don't want to say vulnerable, but because of Jim Knowles' tendency to sometimes play bend and don't break, we give a few things up. But the secondary has still been the D line has still been locked. I'm sorry, I've been talking about the pass, but I meant to say the run. I'll give our D line an A- right now. I'll give them an A-, even though we're giving up 1.8 a carry. We've been getting a lot of sacks, forced fumbles, but I think there's another level that this team can hit, and I won't give them an A until I see them hit that level. Linebacker, oh buddy, Sonny Styles has been a disappointment.
Whoa.
Not a full blow. Oh, wait. He hasn't been.
Whoa.
He hasn't been disappointment. I expected more out of him.
Okay.
Now in the run, he's still playing very well, very, very well. But in pass protection or coverage, that's where I thought he could really elevate this team because he's coming down from safety. He has coverage skills, but it's not looking that way. So maybe it's just him getting used to linebacker, which I can understand that, but he hasn't played that well. Simon has played very good. Arvell Reese, a very talented sophomore. I think he could possibly be starting at some point this season. CJ Hicks, man, I don't know. And that's sad to see because he's an Ohio kid and number one linebacker coming out in his class, coming out of high school. But it's just not clicking. And I think maybe he might be better as like an outside edge rusher, put some pounds on him. But when it comes to playing, like your Mike, he's not. He that's not him. I'll give linebacker. Man, I'll give him a C.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know. I just it's not. I don't like it. You know how sometimes you see something, Bryce, and like you can explain, like you see some good out of your position group or player, but it's only some good, and the things that they don't do well for some odd reason they just jump off the screen to you.
Mm-hmm. The eye test.
That's what's happening. Cornerback. All right. Well, we don't need to talk about this. All right. Let's just go ahead and drop these in here. Bryce Sack, safety, and corner A+. I think that it's the best unit in the nation. Giving up 129 pass yards a game. That's fourth in the country. They're picking people off. Quarterbacks don't know where to throw the ball. You know what's funny about it? Right now, Ohio State opponents, I think they have they average 63% completion against Ohio State, which is you would take that. You would take that at Michigan, wouldn't you? 63%. But it turns into nothing against this Ohio State team.
Yeah. And
maybe a lot of that has to do with because they're playing it very vanilla. But yeah. So we'll see. Where does that bring us to? An A-. So an overall A- for my Buckeyes. But yeah, that's that. Thought you might have some fun with that.
That was good. That was a good exercise. It wasn't a very fun exercise, but it was an interesting exercise.
Yeah.
All right. That was good. Very good, Garrison. All right, let's wrap this up here. We got some picks. I don't think you ever sent me your picks, did you?
I didn't. I was busy. I'll go ahead, do yours first.
Well, you do yours first so that I can reel them off, and then I can.
Okay.
I can reel
okay, I got you. Give me Texas minus 14.5 against Oklahoma.
Oh, that's a crazy bet in that game.
I think Texas is gonna beat the brakes off of Oklahoma.
Wow. Okay.
Oklahoma is one of the worst. It's one of the worst offenses in college football, in P4 specifically. It's one of the worst. And and I think Texas can play defense. I think Texas can score. And the thing is that even though Oklahoma is not bad on defense, it's not what you think they would be under Brent Venables.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me that. Man. Give me the Western Michigan Broncos minus 9.5 against the Akron Zips. I think that I don't know why, but Akron sucks and go Broncos.
Okay.
Pa. Mm. Give me Florida plus 15.5 against Tennessee.
Okay.
That's 3. I gave you 3 or 4 right there.
That's 3.
That's 3. All right. Oh yeah, I did have this one. I did write this one down earlier. Give me the Oregon State Beavers minus 3 against the Nevada Wolfpack.
I like that one. Last one.
Yep. Give me Kentucky minus 13.5 against the Vanderbilt Commodores. I think they come off that big win on cloud 9. Kentucky's defense is smothering, one of the best in the nation, and I think they hammer the Harvard of the South.
Yeah. It's a different one. Hold on. I was thinking the same thing, but then I just thought, no, this Vandy's team's different. That's a lot of points. And
I'm very confident in that. I just saw that.
Are you?
I'm very confident. I'm very confident at minus 13. Very confident in that.
All right, something's got to give this week because they're both hot, and I don't love that. I don't love the board this week, and a lot of our picks are opposite. So that'll make it fun. All right, let's see if it loads here.
Oh, you said a lot of our picks are opposite?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll
tell you what. Wait, what time is that game? Yeah, 7:45 at Kentucky. That's Lexington, right?
Attaboy.
Oh yeah, Bryce. Oh, that stadium's gonna be rocking.
Okay. All right. Give me Pitt minus 3.5. That game's at home, which means Cal has to travel literally across the country again, and they had a heartbreaking defeat last week. So give me Pitt. Georgia, I think, blows the doors off of Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State's a truly terrible program, and I think that one's going to be done early. Give me Tennessee. They had a bad loss last week, and it's Florida, and that game is in Knoxville at 7:00.
Yep.
And they're going to put this. That might be what gets Billy fired. Ole Miss.
Dang, Billy.
Ole Miss, I was shocked with this line. This one is minus 3.5.
Against who?
LSU. At LSU, though.
That's why.
Yeah, I think so.
What time is that game?
7:30.
Oh, that's why.
Yep. And then give me Boise State. They're traveling to the island. 22, though. Gentry's going to get that in the first half.
He's gonna cover that?
Probably. They in the Mount. I saw another stat today. In Mountain West, he has the most rushing yards, but him after contact has the second most rushing yards. So his yardage after contact is the second leading in this conference.
That's crazy.
This is crazy.
Dude.
All right.
That is crazy that he might beat Barry Sanders' record.
That's that's crazy in today's game. Dude, he went up against Oregon too. It's not like he's played, the FCS schools. Like he went into Oregon too. They should have won that game.
I'm just looking at this slate right now.
All right, I gotta jump here, but
yeah,
go Ducks, quack, let's fly, come on, do it for the country.
Way,
everyone wants this.
Colorado's gonna beat Kansas State, and the X app is gonna explode.
They're 4-point dogs.
I think they might win that game.
Okay.
All right, let's go Buckeyes. We're gonna, hey man, it's that week. And Saturday morning, I will be I probably won't sleep the night before, to be honest with you. I probably won't.
It's gonna be an awesome game.
Yeah.
Go Blue.